What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me again. And I thought I'd share, I just did a video on the 4 shield series on the Komsco pieces. And since I had those out, I decided to actually bring my other Komsco pieces. And these are basically all my Komsco pieces. I bring out all the little swords and axes and all the kilos that I own. And this is the Komsco collection. So I think I pretty much got all of the Komsco kilos that they've made. And I thought I'd bring out the sunstone there. This is the Aztec sunstone, and this is gold gilded. This is silver, but it's gold gilded, and I liked it so much that I bought 3 of them. As I've seen them on eBay, I kept purchasing them, and at the time, 2,200 was really high for those, but those are going to cost you about 34 to probably 3,400, maybe 3,600 today. Maybe even more. People are charging even more for those. So I'm glad I've gotten all these pieces for about 1,800 to 2,200. And like I said, at the time that was really high. And these are very detailed pieces, probably one of the most detailed kilos that you can get out there. So very low mintages, usually around 300 mintage. Some have less than that, but usually nothing more than that. So, I already made a video talking about these, but we can go through it real quick. So this is the Achilles shield. This was the 3rd release of the shield series, and really awesome detail, very fine detail. You can't miss with this one. This one is one of the coolest kilos I've seen, as well as this one. These are probably one of my favorites, and this is the shield of Henry II of France, and this is the French. This was like a battle in 500 or 600 AD where they were fighting against the Romans for their independence, and all these little symbols have some kind of significance, and that's actually in the Louvre. You could see this actual shield. This is the 1st release of the shields. This is the Dagobah shield. He's a gargoyle, or demon of mischief in Korea, and this is Saint Michael. He's one of the most powerful angels, destroying the devil there. Really awesome, probably one of the biggest. That's the biggest of the shields. And I know I showed you this before, but check out the size. That's a standard kilo. There's a Queen's Beast. And look at the size on these suckers. They're huge. I would say that shield is probably the closest, but it's still a lot bigger than a standard kilo. So looking at the sunstone. Sunstone is gigantic. This is gold gilded. Let's get one of these. It's hard to see. They make a silver antique version of this where you can see the detail a little better. Looking straight on, it's just because it's all gold, but ton of detail on this. I saw this, I was like, holy crap! Was this one of the first Komscos? I think this is where I discovered Komsco. Seeing this, I was like, holy crap, that's gold gilded. And look at the detail on the sides. And then the back, of course, all the Komsco pieces are basically a reverse of the front to be stackable, which is kind of funny because who's going to have a ton of these to stack up? I know I do have 3, but are you really going to have a ton of these to stack up? No way. These things are too pricey, and they're all low in mintage, so you don't see any of these come for sale almost never. So the sunstone is really cool. And there is an actual Aztec sunstone. You can look online for that. Or I've made videos on all this stuff and all the history and all the artwork on all this stuff. Very low mintage. Don't see these come for sale too often. And they took a while for me to get this collection there. So in addition, you have these shields come in little 2 ounces. This is the Dagobah. You can see the size difference on that. You have Henry II. You have the Archangel there. Achilles, I don't have that one, but I don't really want the small guys. They actually just came in sets, so I had to buy the whole set, so I ended up with all this. And these are all this is the St. Michael's is this one. This is the Sword of St. Michael. I don't know if that's that there, and I don't think so. Is that the St. Michael? Does it say? Yeah, Archangel right there. It's a really cool. These are all 2.5 ounce swords. So what I get this for? 235, 2.5 ounce. So these are probably going to cost you a lot more today. But this is fairly new, 2.5 ounces. Yeah, definitely going to cost you a little more. Some guy came into the coin shop and bring this whole collection. And I happened to be there that weekend at my favorite shop there. And as you can see, these are all Komsco stuff. And they're all really detailed silver. Really cool. So this is probably one of the last videos I'm going to make about Komsco. I know like I said, Komsco, MDM Mint stuff, Germania, all the Samoa coins are my favorite. Probably the most detailed type of kilos that you can get on the market. Really, really high relief on all their stuff. I mean, look at the relief on all this stuff. You don't get that with regular bullion kilos. Especially this, man. That is just insane. And these are beautiful under the right light. And I can't believe I got 3 of these suckers. So I'm going to be taking some of these to the coin show and see what we could trade for. Maybe I'm trying to find something really cool and really rare. So at the Long Beach Expo, hopefully I can find something cool. I really like the really rare collectible stuff. I like the stuff that gets shipped in these cases, in these impact-proof cases. You get that, a lot of the Canadian Mint stuff, the really rare stuff, like the 5 kilos come in boxes like that. That's what I like. And I'm willing to trade a couple of those sunstones there. I'm going to keep 1, but 2 of them are up for trade. So we'll be taking a lot of different kilos over to the show. A lot of silver, and see if we can get something really cool. So that's coming up in February. I already got the day off. I'm ready to go on that. So join me on that. We'll see what kind of cool stuff they have over there. Anyway, please subscribe. I do appreciate the support. And I hope you like this Komsco collection. Oh, man, I could just sit there and stare at these. Really, really cool. Anyway, join me next video. We'll see you next time.